Hey folks, CA Rachana Ranade here. I'm a chartered accountant by qualification but a teacher by passion. Complex financial concepts and stock market jargons haunt everyone. But my aim is to simplify them. Even if you are from a non-finance background, you will be able to take full control of your finances if you learn in a systematic way. And for that, I have designed these courses. The beginner level course will help you to build a strong foundation for your financial journey. Intermediate courses will help you decide which stocks to buy and sell and when. And advanced courses will help you take your knowledge to the next level. So what are you waiting for? Start your investment journey now. Hello everyone, so hey folks, CA Rachana Ranade here and I welcome you all to our Thursday live stream. And oh my god, what a session we had today. Yes, I know you have many questions yes, we are going to discuss. Many people are saying that, ma'am, you had told us that you're also going to do option chain analysis and we'll try to do bank Nifty analysis as well. But yes, I thought that why not let's try and do let's start our stream by analyzing what's happening in the market. Why is Nifty falling, and are there any specific reasons why Nifty is falling? Had anyone and everyone expected that after an amazing rally of almost 2000 points from 16,400 to almost 18,400 points, after such a strong rally, single-sided rally, of course, everyone expects that the rally will not continue with the same pace forever. There will be some consolidation, but no, I mean, I believe that very few people might have thought that there'll be such a huge fall in next 2 to 3 days. In fact, everyone was very much keen to see that the pre-budget rally should ideally continue for another few days. But let's see what are the different reasons why this really happened. Karthik is saying, looking fresh today, madam. Asa kasa kai? You know, Karthik, before the live stream starts, I'm like, I'm so tired. Should I do the live stream today? But the moment I see you all on the screen, I'm like, yay, so many people are here with me. And yes, we should try and, at least share my views about what the market is, number one. And number two, maybe one reason why I'm really fresh today is that I shot a video today, which I have tried to absorb myself for last so many days. The topic is something which many of you might not like, maybe, I'm not sure. It is metaverse, and I'm not sure how many of you have really tried and understood what is metaverse. But for me, it was a completely new concept, to be really honest. And for almost last 7 days to 10 days, I've been trying to read a lot about that. I've been trying to view a lot of content around metaverse. And me and my animation team, as usual, we have tried to shoot something beyond our existing capacities is what I believe. And we are really trying really hard that the metaverse video, which would be released on the coming Saturday, not day after tomorrow, uske baad wala Saturday, ideally that should have a lot of animation, lot of visualization, because it's a new concept. Unless and until you're able to visualize it, you might not be able to understand the entire concept. So, after I shot the video, I was like, yay, maza aa gaya, right? So maybe that is the reason why I'm a little bit more fresh, quite possible. Okay. So with that, let us get started with what's happening with Nifty. As usual, we'll try and understand some basic concepts first. Okay. The very first thing I'm going to do is, of course, I'm going to share my screen so that I'll be able to tell you my logic behind why Nifty is falling, right? See, the very first one is the main culprits are FIIs. And kya maza aa raha hai unko kya pata, since last month they are just completely through and through into selling and selling and selling. In fact, if you look at the beginning of January, it was not that bad. At beginning of January, everyone was like, chalo, maybe the selling has stopped. At least we can see some green numbers. But starting 12th of January, just have a look at this. Starting 12th of January, back to back 7-8 sessions, more than 1000 crores of selling, then followed by 2000 crores of selling. Today, that is 20th of January, you can see 4679 crores. That's a huge selling by FIIs. And against that, what do we see? A buy number by DIs of just 769 crores. That's like nothing, right? So this is a net sale of 12,415 crores by FIIs. I don't know why they are doing all these things. I mean, I understand that they might want to shift this money to a secure market, right? So please understand this point now. One of the reasons why FIs love to sell in the stock market when the US bond yields keep on increasing. Okay, so just to give you a perspective on that, let us say US bond yield keeps on increasing, right? This is a fixed income. So what what FIs can do is that, Acha, I'm getting a better rate of interest there. That too, it's a US bond, US Treasury bond or US bond yield, whatever we call it. So if that is high, then the FIs feel that why to invest more money in a market wherein there is no guaranteed return. Let's sell from there and invest in a safe haven, right? So if you're aware about this fact, I've just mentioned it here. You can see that the 10-year US Treasury bond yield hit 1.9%. It's pretty high. Okay. This is again one of the reasons why the money is flowing out of our Indian market and it is being parked more and more into the US Treasury bonds, whose yield has hit 1.9%. Now, there might be some people who are not really aware as to from where did I get this number of 1.9%. Of course, you can Google it out. But on a daily basis, can we really track this 10-year US Treasury bond? Because this can give us some perspective on what is happening. It is ideally, not always, it's ideally an inverse relation that if the bond yields are increasing, our markets decrease. If the US bond yields are decreasing, markets increase. Reason, if FIIs feel that, or if bond yields are increasing, they'll sell off from the stock market, they'll park their money in bond yields. Okay, in US bonds, in US Treasury bonds. And if US Treasury bonds are falling, they'll take out the money from there and they'll be putting in the Indian stock market. So is there any way where I can track on a daily basis what is the 10-year US Treasury bond? And for that, simple, one of my favorite websites which I always use, for that you have the in.tradingview website. Here you can actually type out US government bond 10-year yield. Okay, so you can just find it out. So here you can directly type out now. Oh, sorry. So here you can type out US government bond, and see here 10-year government bond yield. Okay, so this is the chart, and if I'm zooming into this, you can see here this day, which is 18th of January, the US bond yield closed at almost 1.875, and here you can see yesterday the intraday high was 1.9%. This is super high. 1.9% is super high, right? In fact, this is like the 52-week high. Okay, so is that one of the reasons? Here you can see there has been a sharp rally in the last 2-3. So of course today and yesterday it fell off by a little bit, but if you see 3 days before that, back to back, it has increased like anything. So this can be one of the reasons why FIs are wanting to sell and park their money in stock market. But right now, if you see, this has cooled off for the last 2 days, and today in fact it has closed at 1.83, much better than was 1.90, right? Now, the big question is that, okay, FIs are selling, agreed, we did talk about that. We did talk about the 10-year bond yield, this has cooled off. What does the option chain tell me? So let's try and analyze for the option chain. Here I've selected Nifty, you can see here. This is 27th January expiry. If you remember, I told you that we have, oops, sorry. 1 minute, sorry. If you remember, I told you that we have to check where is the highest open interest, right? The left hand side is calls, left hand side, oh my god, left hand side is calls, right hand side is puts. Okay, so here if you see for 18,000 strike price, this is the 1 minute, sorry. So again Nifty, and I'm selecting expiry date as 27th of January, right? So if you see here 18,000 call. This one. Okay. Does this have a highest open interest? Answer is yes. It is at 1,53,510. So many number of people have their contracts outstanding as on date. They have not closed it off. Okay. Has there been an addition? So here you can see change in OI. Change in OI means maybe more and more call writers are coming in here. So today itself, 90,662 call writers have been added in this OI at the 18,000 level. So my God, taking this out and bouncing ahead of this number currently, as on the date that we have all these numbers, seems a little bit difficult to me right now. Okay, but then where is the support coming in? For support, we have to check the right hand side, which is the put side. So ideally 18,000 had highest open interest, but it was taken out. Second open interest, highest open interest is at 17,900. That also has been taken out. So if you want to check what is the closing, I'm going to quickly pull out the Nifty closing for you. This is the Nifty closing, 17,757. Oh my God, I had not expected that. I thought that 17,800, this line was a strong support is what I really believed. But that also has been taken out today. Hopefully it will bounce back tomorrow. But if you see here, 17,800 is a solid support. 15,000 additional puts have been initiated here, and still this was taken out. But now if you look at the overall put call ratio, okay, this is also very important. So if I were to just quickly show you the overall put call ratio, the puts are at 9,76,009 divided by calls are at 13,11,910. So here you can see that the put call ratio is at 0.74. Okay, 0.74 can be a sign where I can say it's oversold. Okay, call writers have aggressively returned the calls, right? So there is a great, see, even if they are writing, at some point of time they will have to unwind that, right? They'll have to, generally when we say call writers, so there's a long position, there is a short position, right? For short position we say short covering. Okay, one more time I'll repeat. Whenever we say a long has been initiated, is a buy side has been initiated, and a short position has been initiated is a sell side position has been initiated, right? So all these are short side trades which have been initiated. So ideally, if there are shorts and shorts and shorts, at some point in time there will be a short covering also. No, you can't just do a short and go away. There has to be a short covering at some point in time, right? So that is the reason why, even if there are a lot of call sellers here right now, have a look at this. We are barely we're exactly 1 week away from the final January series closing. In that, we have one Friday, Saturday, Sunday obviously off, Monday, Wednesday. So Monday, Tuesday again, Wednesday 26 is off, and 27. So we barely have 4 trading sessions in our hand, barely. And in that, all these people who have already done a call short, they'll have to do a covering of their position also. They'll have to cover their position. They just can't keep it as short. Maybe what they can do is roll over their positions. Okay, if they roll over, then we can see a lot of shorts again. But again, we don't know how many of them will be actually rolling over. But I personally believe that if it's at 0.73, 0.74, that's a very comfortable PCR. What does it indicate? Whatever I'm talking for the last 4, 5 minutes, 7 minutes, what does it indicate is the important point. I believe, 100% attention, I believe that bond yield has already cooled off a little bit, number one. I believe FIIs have been selling and selling and selling. Kitna bechna hai? Aur today was a 4,500 crores. That has been like one of the highest in the last few days. Okay. Aur kitna bechenge? PCR at 0.73 already looks to be oversold. I believe with all these things, at least there should be some sort of short covering. Okay. What do we mean by some sort of short covering? Oh my God, some sort of short covering. It means that ideally, I expect that in the next 2 or 3 trading sessions, we should not crack down like anything. Okay, maybe 100, 150 points here and there, but I don't feel that it will crack down to like something like 17,000 levels. I really don't feel so. I believe that the risk reward from here, it'll be more of range bound from here. I don't see Nifty going beyond 18,000, which with such a high open interest at 18,000. But I also don't see Nifty falling below 17,600 mark, to be really honest. So On the lower side, I see roughly 150 points on the lower side, but I believe that on the upside, we do have 250 points as a possible upside from here. So it might be a very tight range from 150 points low to 250 points on a higher side, is what my thought process is about Nifty right now. So of course, everyone has their own views, but I just thought that I should share my views about Nifty at the beginning of the video, right? So that was one comprehensive point that I wanted to talk about. Other than that, if you've seen the market today, I think in the last 2-3 days, major fall has been because of big names like fall in HDFC Bank, TCS, Reliance, all these big names. There has been a huge selling in that, and that might be the reason. One of the reasons why we are seeing a huge fall, right? Uh, so we have talked about a lot of negative points. Now let's talk about at least one or two positive points about stocks and news. Reliance Industries, if you have read this in news, they have acquired a robotic firm, Adverb Technologies, and they have acquired a 54% stake in robotic startup Adverb. And what are they going to do with this? Adverb has developed automated warehouses for Reliance, Flipkart, HUL, Asian Paints, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, ITC, Marico, whatever. And Reliance says that Adverb will help them to leverage 5G battery tech to deliver more advanced and affordable robots and help Reliance to scale up their warehouse for every segment of their business. One more nice news that I wanted to share is that NSE again has clocked in highest number of uh, derivative contracts on their boards, on their exchange. So NSE has emerged as the top exchange in terms of derivative contracts. So NSE right now clocked in the year 2021. Uh, they have clocked 17.3 billion derivative contracts, which has nearly doubled from calendar year 2020. In 2020, it was 8.9 billion traded contracts, and in 2021, as I mentioned, it is 17.3. So it's a good one. In fact, this 17.3 billion contracts also surpasses a few exchanges in America as well. So at least I thought I should talk about at least one positive point. If I'm talking about the results of Bajaj Group, Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv, Bajaj Auto, all are out. I can say it's a mixed bag. Bajaj Finance numbers, QOQ growth is good, YOY growth is pretty good. But for Bajaj Finserv, QOQ growth was not that great, right? So it's a mixed bag. So it'll be interesting to see how other NBFCs also come up with their results and how the market takes these results. Are they taken in a positive way or are they taken in a negative way, right? Oh my God. I talked a lot about Nifty. If you have liked the analysis, wherein I did talk about the Nifty FIS selling, I did talk about bond yields, I did talk about um, the option chain analysis, I did talk about technical analysis as well. And the last point that I had promised you last time, bank Nifty. So what we will do is we will, yeah, I know some garam pani hona chahiye, I know. So maybe I'll just take a quick water break and come back to drink a little bit of water. But at least exactly, man. Kiran is only saying that. Kiran, tu says to. Kiran is saying just crash that like button. 3,288, please. Thank you. Oh my God. ऐसा पति ऐसा होना चाहिए. My husband was also watching my live stream and he said, yes, I heard that you want water. I'll get it for you. Thank you. All right. So, oh my God. So we were at this point that yes, as usual, 3,200, 3,300 viewers, and we have 700 likes. Shreya is saying smash that like button. People, at least 50% people should like the stream. कधीपासून कसा फोडून मी बोलते तुमच्याशी आणि तुम्ही अजिबात ते लाईक फुकट असून सुद्धा लाईक बटन दाबत नाही, म्हणजे काय अर्थच नाही याला. प्लीज, that is how people will understand that whatever value I'm trying to add, at least a little bit, it's reaching up to you, right? Okay, Ravi J says I've already smashed it. Very nice. Okay, already smashed. People are now using that. Smashed it. Amazing. Perfect. Chalo. So I will share again my screen wherein we do talk about the bank Nifty levels, because I promised last time that we'll go slowly, step by step. We'll try and analyze how bank Nifty also looks like. So how do you search for that? So again, I'm on NSE option chain. Here we have Nifty. I'm just dropping down the arrow, and here we have Bank Nifty, right? So what is the ATM right now? ATM is around 38,000. Okay. Now where do you see the highest open interest right now? Highest open interest, whatever I can see right now, is at 37,900 on the call side. Okay. So is there a pretty high resistance? I think this is the zone. In fact, this is a very big zone, 37,900 to 38,000. That seems to be like a congestion zone. Okay. What is a congestion zone? Pretty hard to go beyond this. Okay, so 37,900 to 38,000 looks like a very, very high support, high resistance for Bank Nifty right now. And if you check on the opposite side, which is the put side for Bank Nifty, here you can see again a very big open interest at 37,800. So there is a very strong fight, I can say, between the bulls and bears at for Bank Nifty. So I can say it's kind of locked more in the 200 points range. 38,000 on the upper side and 37,800 on the lower side, right? I hope you are able to see this. 37,800 highest contracts at open interest, 90,375. A big number added, 51,234 points open interest. So basically contracts, I can say 51,234 contracts added in open interest. That's also pretty big number. And if I were to check the put to call ratio, which is also called as a PCR. So what is the PCR for Bank Nifty? You can see 7,14,884 as puts and 9,70,755 as calls. This is also at 0.73. So I believe that this is also kind of an oversold position in Bank Nifty. So that's what I even let's try and have a look at the Bank Nifty chart also. If you see our Bank Nifty, of course, saw an amazing rally, but last 3-4 sessions it has been going down and down. But I feel that yes, this is the level again. See how things match. Our pivot level is also at 37,900. And if you again see here for 37,900, you can see our highest open interest at 37,900 call side. And if you see at put side, it's 37,800. So it's a very tight 100 to 200 points. Thank you. Wow. A very tight 100 to 200 points gap for the Bank Nifty. That is where it's trading. So once it breaks through either or of these, again, we can expect a good movement in Bank Nifty as well, right? So that was my thought process about Bank Nifty. I hope you have enjoyed this discussion about Nifty and Bank Nifty both. A quick point, someone was asking me about HIL. I was just about to read that in the comment section and it just went off, I guess. If you have checked out HIL, which I have discussed in detail with my pro investor members, HIL has been falling quite a bit, and the reason as to why HIL was falling, I'm going to put a community tab post only for pro investor members immediately after the live stream is over. Okay, so you can expect, like, once the live stream is over, in another 10 to 15 minutes, you'll get a community tab post wherein I will be telling you in absolutely just one paragraph as to why HIL was falling, whether there has been a resolution for that, has the problem been resolved or not, and if yes, if the problem has been resolved, then what could be the potential target for the stock? Has any brokerage house covered that stock or not? Okay, so all the pro investor members, you can check out this very important news coming up for you immediately after this live stream. All those who's exactly Arvindan is saying, yes, ma'am, HIL up by 9% today. Absolutely, yes. So, last Thursday when we did a live stream for pro investor members, many pro investor members requested me that, ma'am, whatever stocks you discuss, if there is a big news about it, it will be great if you can convey it to us, maybe through a Zoom call or whatever. I promised that, yes, we'll have a Zoom call as well. But then I thought at least what I can do is, maybe if there is a big update about any specific stock, I can at least share it with you all through the community tab post. Okay. Why is it being posted only for pro investor members? The reason is very simple. I've discussed that stock in length with the pro investor members, so they'll understand the logic, the pros, cons. A SWOT of the entire company is known to them, right? So that is the reason why I thought I should be putting out for the pro investor members as well. So all those who are out there, don't forget to check out the community tab post after this session is over. And others whose pro investor membership might have lapsed because of the RBI guidelines, don't forget to renew it. Okay, so that will also help you to keep updated with all amazing stocks, one stock at least per month we discuss. And in fact, for the month of February, we have almost shortlisted a stock. We are on last two now. Out of two, we are going to choose one. And both these stocks, whatever we choose finally for the month of February, it is a stock which is a small cap. So many times, all my pro investor members have told me that, ma'am, it's good that you talk only about fundamentally strong stocks, but sometimes it happens that you discuss stocks which are like 3,500 rupees per piece, a stock which is like 4,000 rupees, and we genuinely might not be able to buy these stocks. Okay, it's good that our knowledge increases, no doubt about that, but it's difficult for us to accumulate such stocks in quantity. So I thought that at least once I should go in for a small cap stock. Okay, and in that small cap stock, both these small cap stocks that we are tracking down right now, both these are for less than 300 rupees. Okay, so all these pro investor members, be ready. I might declare the stock of the month in coming few days. Okay, we are also trying to analyze its past and all these things we are trying to analyze. So again, a quick shout out to all those whose pro investor membership might not have renewed. Next month's stock of the month is going to be a small cap stock, which I believe has strong fundamentals, and it's pretty cheap, less than 300 rupees. Okay, all right. So with all these things said and done, let us quickly go ahead with the super chats. Nirgosh says, ma'am, your views on Britannia. Of course, Britannia is a very good stock if you're asking me fundamentally. If you're asking me technically, it has been in a range, and its pivot point, so a very good support point is around 3,567. Stock is trading just above that, and I believe that there could be some sort of reversal in this stock as well, and hoping that this stock again goes back to the level of 3,700 at least. But fundamentally, a very strong stock, no doubt about that. All right, next question is by Yuvraj. If anyone has huge fund collected from public, can he manipulate the market, for example, taking position in option and playing in stock? To be really honest, theoretically, yes, manipulation can be done, but then the problem is that, I mean, good thing. We have a lot of what do we call them? Market invigilators is what I can say. These people, these are like mechanisms which are built up by SEBI, by BSE, by NSE. The correct word actually is like a surveillance mechanism. Okay, these surveillance mechanisms will try and say, is anyone trying to do a foul play? If someone is trying to do a foul play, someone is trying to manipulate the market by taking some odd positions, a step can be taken against such people, right? So doing some manipulations in small stocks, okay, very small stocks, that is possible. You might have seen many stocks which go on upper circuit for 10 days, 15 days, 20 days back to back. एक बार lower circuit लगने लग जाता है, then lower circuit, धाड़ 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 धाड़. Possible in small stocks, but in big stocks, I really doubt if this is really doable or not, right? Chalo. Srinivas Joshi says, ma'am, your view on HDFC Bank for short term. I know for the short term, HDFC Bank, both have not been doing well. In fact, the bank Nifty also has seen some sort of correction, like we saw right now. But I personally believe that, yes, for HDFC Bank at least, still a very strong support, I believe, is at 1,500 levels. And the stock is just above that level right now. Okay, so I believe that even if there is some downside, maybe just 20-30 rupees maximum from here, but I don't believe that it should go below 1480, 1500 to, so 1480 to 1500. I think that can be a very solid support for HDFC Bank for a short term also. Jyoti, thank you for the super chat. No questions asked. Ravinderji, thank you for the super chat. Ma'am, your views on Shri Digvijay Cement fundamentals are very good. ROE, ROC above 15%, FCF via chat, though technically sideways. Of course, Digvijay Cement is a good one. For the pro investor members, of course, I've discussed a separate stock, which is Ultratech Cement, but Digvijay Cement is also not bad at all. Let me just check. Fundamentally, as I mentioned, it is good. Technically, let me just quickly pull it off. Shri Digvijay Cement. Yes, it has been in a sideways for quite some time now, actually. It's not able to go above that R2 for quite a long time, and stuck at R1 level. Doesn't show any sign of strength also as such. MACD in fact indicates kind of weakness. So, I mean, I wouldn't have bought it at this level for sure. Right. Gautam says, was it 50% plus profits on Apple? But now it came down to 42%. Should one book profits since it's retracing, or should I average down? Okay. So, Apple, of course, it had seen a dream run, I can say that, from 1100 levels. In fact, I can say roughly from 1100 should be correct. Roughly from 1100 levels to 1500 almost. It has seen a single sided rally just with one red candle in between. So, is it going to continue for a lifetime? The answer is obviously no. There will be certain corrections in that, but I believe that whatever level it is at right now, somewhere around the 1400 mark, it should find some strength there. Maybe a little bit lower still, I believe 1350 is like a pretty solid support. uh, do I have it in my portfolio? My answer is yes, and my pro investor members know why am I having it in my portfolio. My pro investor members know that what are the upcoming projects which are in the hands of Apple, and why. If you remember, I've discussed the Jams acquisition in detail for Apple. I have a very strong conviction about that stock, and uh, even if it is down by whatever 6-7%, I'm holding on to it. If you want, you can average. That's your choice, but makes no sense in booking profits right now. Is what my thought process is. Okay, Jay asks, is Coromandel on the verge of a breakout? So let me just check Coromandel. Can't see a breakout as such. As per Indo Trading View, their results are expected in the first month of February. So maybe at that time there could be some action in the stock. But right now, in fact, I can see a big bearish engulfing candlestick followed by a doji, a small hammer. Nothing special right now, to be honest. No signs of breakout. Sachin says, hi ma'am, I've bought the F&O course and TA, both supremely amazing. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And Sachin is asking, my son had told me that you have to wrap up the stream today at 9:30. And the reason for that was that he had fever in the morning. And that is the reason why he has been continuously telling me since the morning that please don't go to office, stay back at home, and still I had to go to the office because I had a shoot. And when I came back in the evening, I told him that don't worry, I'll wrap up the stream by 9:30 and then I'll play with you, okay? But then we are very much still with, see, maybe so many questions are yet to be answered. What to do? See, उद्या नाही ना, मग ते ओरडतात ना मला. मग ते बाबा बोलत 15 minutes. प्रॉमिस म्हणले होते ना, बट अजून ते बघ सगळे तुला म्हणतात बघ, टेक केअर, गेट वेल सून. त्यांना थँक्यू म्हण. थँक्यू ओके जा मनी. हे बघ जा, मी येणार 15 minutes. हा, शांत. ऑल राईट, चलो. So with that, let's move on to the next question. Where was I? Okay, people, please stop the super chats. Otherwise, Meg is not going to forgive me. Okay, chalo. Take care, Rachana ji. Oh, Sumit, thank you. Touchwood, I'm fine, absolutely fine. Meg had a little bit of fever in the morning, and I had a shoot, as I told you, I had to shoot for the Metaverse video. So I just can't cancel shoots randomly, and that is the reason why, Anyways, chalo. So where was I? Sachin says that yes, he has bought the F&O TA course. Is very happy. Thanks a lot, Sachin. And he says, your view if RBI hikes ROI, what will be? Achha, maybe you are wanting to say RBI hikes interest rates. What will be the impact on Bank Nifty and banks? Can you make one video on trading mindset and mindset rules for trading? Ooh, okay. So if the interest rates are increased, okay, is it a good sign for the bank? Obviously, yes, it's going to be a good sign for the bank, but simultaneously not so good for the overall broader market, because as and how the interest rates become high, taking loans becomes a bit difficult. Growth is challenged, and overall, if growth is challenged, finally can impact the top line, bottom line, overall GDP. A lot of factors which take place, right? So if the hike is minimal, if the hike is as per expectations, then should not be a very bad one, right? In fact, in such a case, banks will react positively, but overall broader markets might not react that much negatively. Okay, so minor rate change is fine. Uh, as far as the trading mindset is concerned, let me try a video on that. I'm not sure. I can't promise anything because, to be honest, I'm not a hardcore trader. Okay, I'm a hardcore investor. Yes, of course, I do trade in F&O, but I trade only that much, which is within my limits. I do short. I do take trades on the short side. I do short Nifty. I do short stocks as well. But still, I'm able to sleep very calmly because I take trades only within my limits. Okay, so I'm not sure whether I'll be really able to make a video on that. I can try to do some research on that and maybe then make a video. But we'll try. Can't promise you though, because as I mentioned, I'm not a very much hardcore trader. Barring F&O, I don't do a lot of, I mean, intraday trading, so I never do. So not sure. Okay. Right. With that, the next question is by Karthik. Karthik says, small case with Asian Paints, Ultratech, Mindtree, Titan, Tata Motors, Dixon, confused with weightage, ma'am, please suggest. See, whenever you're confused with weightage, right? Acha, people, please stop super chats. I might not be able to answer all the questions today, right? I have enough of questions. So thanks for all the support to the channel. Thanks for the super chats, but can't take more super chats today, right? Thanks a lot. So if you ask me about Asian Paints, fantastic. Ultratech, amazing. Mindtree is also good. Titan is also good. Tata Motors is good. Dixon is also good. क्या क्या बोलूं मैं तुमको confused with the weight. See, because I'll tell you, all are from different uh, you know different categories. So then you should try and visualize what do you feel has more power to go up. So if you believe, I'm just giving you an example. Okay, this is not a stock recommendation. If you believe that EV space is going to grow, if you believe that yes, Tata Motors, if you have seen my video on EVs, then you will understand the PHEV component is much more for Tata Motors. EV, pure EV is comparatively less for Tata Motors, and that's not a good sign, okay? But if Tata Motors tries to shift from a pure EV to from a PHEV to a BEV normal, then that can be a good sign for Tata Motors. In fact, there are many brokerage houses which have also initiated a coverage for Tata Motors. That's a good one. Followed by, you can take up for Ultratech Cement. Asian Paints is also super. क्या बोलूं यार मैं, everything is good. So what you can do maybe is that the industry with which you are convinced the most, you can give a highest exposure, and maybe the uh, the specific stock or the specific industry which you feel is comparatively lower, you can give a comparatively lower weightage. So for example, Dixon, fantastic stock, very nice fundamentals, no doubts about that. But one small problem with Dixon is that the net profit margin, because it's finally a contract manufacturing, right? So they have a very low net profit margin of barely 2.5%. So if you believe that, okay, that is the point I don't like about this company. I agree that they are a big beneficiary of the PLI scheme, but I believe that because of the very low net profit margins, I don't want to go a lot into Dixon. So for that, the weightage can be lowest. And if you believe that yes, EV ka maximum faida will be by taken up by Tata Motors, then the weightage should be highest. So you have to think from that perspective. I've tried to give you a perspective. Which sector do you believe has a higher growth potential? Because all these stocks are good, right? So you have to go ahead with the thought process of sectors. The sector which you feel can perform the most gets the highest weightage, follow it till the lowest weightage. Karthik, I hope I have answered your question. Anuj, ICICI Bank, cup and handle pattern, Berger Paints, rounding top. Can you check? Also, can you show the cup and handle on camps discussed last week? Sure. So I'll quickly share my screen. Okay, so first we'll go ahead with ICICI Bank, cup and handle. This is not a cup and handle pattern for ICICI Bank. तू पालथा घातलायस का कप? Palta means upside down. This is not a cup and handle. Maybe you're checking out some different uh, time frame possible. But right now, if you see ICICI Bank, it is closing above a very crucial support. I still am pretty much bullish on ICICI Bank. That fact remains the same, right? Second one you have asked for is Berger Paint and a rounding top. Is it what is happening? Berger Paints. कुठून बघतोयस तू बाळा? कुठे राउंडिंग टॉप सापडतंय तुला? This is not a rounding top. No. In fact, one, two, no, nowhere close to a rounding top. And cams, I can show you. Last week we had discussed about the cup and handle pattern. See, now this is like a cup and handle pattern. This is a cup. This is like the handle. And we had seen a breakout also. Correct? So if you see here one more time, this is the cup. This is the handle. We had seen a breakout. It also sustained above it. But then dhar. Like a false breakout. Hopefully it takes a good support and again bounces back from here. It has a good potential to go up further is what I believe. Right. That is it with your questions, Anuj. Vijaya Lakshmi says, new gen SFT vs latent view. I know which one to bet for in the long term. Could you give buy zone insights for the same? I can surely share for latent view first. Fundamentally a very good stock, but off late has not been performing up to my expectations. Currently it has a very strong support at 575-ish levels. It broke that support yesterday. Today tried to go above that, but still struggled to stay above that. Of course, the markets also have not been very kind. But if it is able to sustain above that, then hopefully it's able to crack the next support, next resistance, which is at 584, and then followed by a target price for this stock could be 615. I'm not saying that this will come tomorrow or day after tomorrow, but at least a short term to medium term target for this stock should be ideally 615 levels. Okay. And as I mentioned, entry point for that, I need a strong closing above 575. Till then, I don't think I would enter this stock. New gen, I'll just give you one more view on that. New gen. Again, today though, there has been a lot of beating down for a lot of stocks, but right now even MACD shows weakness, RSI shows weakness. I ideally see that there can be another 20-30 points downfall from here for new gen. Would not have entered this stock at this level. Neither MACD nor RSI, none of them show weakness right now. None of them show strength right now. Okay, Jyoti Verma says, ma'am, IGL bad news. What to do now? To be really honest, I'm not sure about what is the bad news about IGL. So let me just check if I can get IGL news. For Indraprastha gas. Rising EV sales तो अच्छी बात है, rising demand तो अच्छी बात है. Okay, investors therefore maintain the stock price of Indraprastha has corrected almost 25%. Gas prices have been in an upward trend leading to higher cost. Whatever I can see in the news right now, I just did a random Google search. This one says that it's just the cost pressure which the stock is seeing, plus Omicron, which has added more concerns over the near-term volume growth. But IGL fundamentally still remains a good one, and I've already told this so many number of times. Be it IGL, be it MGL, all these are not very fast movers. They go slowly. Okay, so if you have that patience, then only one should invest in such stocks. All right, the next one is by Madhavan. He says, ma'am, your views on HCL Tech, Mastech at current market price down more than 10%. HCL Tech is surely a good stock. In fact, it has been one of my last year's Pro Investors special stock of the month. It has seen a huge correction. Ideally, I believe that this stock does have a strong support at 1185, which has been broken today. So it'll be interesting to see if it falls to its S2, which is 1137. But I believe that if someone wants, I mean, this again, everyone knows this is not a suggestion, this is not a recommendation. If I were to invest in this stock, maybe a chunk, maybe a one third or a one fifth of that, I would have invested around 1150 levels, which is just barely 20-25 rupees fall from here. Thoda sa niche milega 20-25. I might have input my one third or one fifth investment here had I decided to invest in HCL Tech, right? So that is my view on HCL Tech. Mastech, let me see if I can see any specific. Oh, a terrific gap down opening today. Big gap down, and not at all, not at all good one to buy right now. In fact, it's going crazily down. Wouldn't buy my Mastech right now. And HCL Tech. So given a choice, HCL Tech or Mastech, surely it would be HCL Tech for me. And maybe just 20-25 points down from here will be great. Ma'am, you views on Greaves Cotton, Zensa Tech, Vedanta, all are average. None of them are like, I love this stock category. Average stocks, right? Shivam says your views on Dr. Reddy for next 1 year. Fantastic stock again, fundamentally. So, I mean, if you're a long-term investor, should not be any problem for that. Jay says risk to VI price from equity dilution perspective. I've talked about this so many times on the channel. I really don't see VI as a fundamentally strong stock. Those who want to take it as a party stock, you may. But so again, it's just that a lot of risk is at stake. And again, given a choice, VI or Airtel, I would still go ahead with Airtel. I've said this so many times on my channel. Many a times people ask me for levels. Bharti, 700 is such a strong support for that stock. Very rarely, I mean, in the recent past, once it crossed the 700 mark, it has barely seen a closing below that. So I'll tell you, this was 6th of January, since which it saw a closing above 700, and since that day it has not seen a closing below 700. In fact, yesterday it was about to test it at 703. Today market was down like anything, but Bharti was up by 1.66%. It did see a closing at 715. So again, given a choice, VI or Airtel, I would always go ahead with Airtel, right? So Suren Thar says, ma'am, your views on Loris Lab, Navin Fluorine for the long term. Navin Fluorine, to be really honest, I've not tracked a lot. Loris Lab is whatever I recall about the fundamentals is much better as compared to Navin Fluorine. I used to track that stock long ago, so not really sure on that, but I'll surely try and pull up the Loris Lab chart for you. Again, that's a good company fundamentally. Right now, again, you can see a very strong support at the current level right now. So just keep it tight on your watch list. Again, the stock has seen a big correction from almost 723 levels. So entire pharmaceutical sector space has seen some kind of beating. So yeah, keep it as a tight to watch in your watch list, right? All right. Saket says, hello, ma'am. Please share your views on Tanla platform fundamentally and technically levels to enter. Okay. Tanla, I'll surely pull out the technicals for you. Even this one, I believe, has come off from its highs. The pivot, a big support, very big support for the stock is at 1,780. So you can round it off to 1,800 levels. Okay. So if you get an entry at 1,800, that can be a good one. But again, the stock has seen a very sharp run up in a very short time, in a very short span of time. In fact, this stock was stuck in a range of maximum up to 1,000 rupees, and almost in last 3-4 months it has almost doubled. So be careful. A stock which rallies so sharply can fall also sharply. So don't go in aggressively on this one. Be careful while you are investing in this one, right? Again, I'm telling everyone, please, no super chats. I have to stop the stream, right? Mohit says, ma'am, do you see any impact of Popeyes on Jubilant Foodworks since last few days? It's going down. Yeah, I know. In fact, Jubilant Foodworks, even I'm surprised as to why it is going down. Good news came up with the stock. Number one was about the Popeyes acquisition and that they are starting stores for Popeye. Number two, there is a strong news about the stock split, and still the stock has been correcting for quite some time. And I believe that this stock has a very strong support at this current level right now. Almost 3,680 is a very good support. Even if this is taken out, 3,600 is a solid support for this stock. I really don't see this being taken out. I know that RSI is bearish, MACD is bearish, but 3,600 is a good stock. I mean, is a terrific support for this stock. Ideally, it should take a support at this end again, bounce back from these levels. Deepak says, need your suggestion on full service broker versus discount broker. Zerodha, when it comes to long term investment, that is 10 to 15 years, fees also concern. Deepak, to be honest, even if you're talking about a long term investment, investing through a discount broker like Zerodha, not a problem at all. There are some newbies in the market who ask me that, lekin Zerodha band pad gaya to? What if Zerodha closes down? Please understand that your shares are not with Zerodha. Your shares are with either CDSL or with NSDL. So whenever you're opening an account with Zerodha, the depository is CDSL, right? So it's as good as asking me that what if CDSL closes down? So we have only two depositories in India, NSDL and CDSL. I don't think any of these is going to close down. So even if you're talking from a long-term perspective, I mean, there is no harm in investing through a discount broker like Zerodha, even if it's for 10, 15 years. Not a concern at all is what I truly believe in, right? Sudarshan says, considering Bajaj Finserv going to replace it with HDFC Life, and actually your views, please, ma'am. All these stocks really are fundamentally fantastic stocks. So maybe in the short term you can see a little bit of pluses and minuses, but I mean, should not be a big problem in the long term, right? All these three stocks, Bajaj Finserv, or be it HDFC Life, be it HUL, all are good ones fundamentally. Ashwin asks about Gufic Biosciences. I remember going through the charts of this one, Gufic Biosciences. Yes, but currently it's more of going in a sideways trend. It has tested its lifetime highs almost of 270. Again, in a health technology space, but not. I mean, I can't. RSI is already on a downward zone right now. MACD is also kind of going in the negative phase, so wouldn't have entered at this level for sure. Ooh, Aswin asks, why should I invest in Bharti Airtel despite of negative ROE and negative cash flows? Look out for the latest quarterly results. And Ashwin, I see that you're a Pro Investor member. I have discussed this stock in absolute detail for my Pro Investor members. Whenever time permits, surely check out that video. All right, last few questions, I guess. Or still a lot more. No. No further super chats. Please, this is the last warning. I did talk about Gufic Bio. Okay. Rajesh asks about views on Loris Labs. Again, Loris Labs. Not bad at all. Tata Power also not bad. PCBL haven't tracked. So Loris Labs, not bad at all. Tata Power is also above average fundamentals. PCBL, not tracked, to be really honest, Rajesh. Devi Shri asks views on Atul, Wipro, Bank of Baroda. Wipro has not shown good results. I guess when the results came out, the stock was almost down by 6%. Infosys results were the best in the pack, followed by TCS and Wipro. So right now, Wipro is, it actually saw kind of a downfall, a profit booking from its current market price. So if you see some kind of price action, then entering Wipro makes sense, not based on the results though. Atul and Bank of Baroda, average-ish. I mean, there are much better stocks in the space right now, is what I truly believe. Ma'am, MK Exim looks fitting your criteria. Let me just check. MK Exim. Never track this stock again. EU, continuous upper circuits, continuous lower circuits. I hate such stocks, and I never ever feel like investing in these stocks. Right? So maybe you're talking about criteria of always upper circuits and always lower circuits. Avoid such stocks, people. Jay Bowert says your view on agricultural sector on or after budget ideally should be a good one. Generally, all these sectors like agriculture, railway, infrastructure, generally they get a good boost and they see some sort of action typically near the budget days. So wanting to see how or what views our FM has for the agricultural sector. Vishnu Kant Teja says, ma'am, please explain some leading economic indicators. Good suggestion. I can take that up as a YouTube video. Some economic indicators that you should be checking to get a sense of what could be the market direction. Can do a video on that for sure. All right. Views on Cafe Coffee Day story and recent rally. I know there has been a good rally in Cafe Coffee Day stock, and the fact that I guess they are having one business segment that uh, the pr- uh, the wife of the promoter, I forgot her name, uh, she plans to sell off uh, a, a specific segment, which, so that they can focus on the core model. But still, I believe that a lot more needs to be done on the balance sheet side. Fundamentals are nowhere even close to average. I'm not saying even above average. They are not even close to average. So again, same thing. If I have good stocks to pick from right now, I wouldn't have gone ahead with Cafe Coffee Day. Even if there was a big rally in the recent past, I would have stayed away from this stock. Indus Tower head and shoulders in monthly chart. Your views on that? Let me just quickly check Indus Towers, uh, and that too on a monthly chart, right? Let me just pull this up for you. All right. Yes, it is kind of a head and shoulder pattern, but I can't see a good breakout in that. Head and shoulder has to be followed by a breakout. I hope you're aware about something known as a neckline. Okay, in the head, shoulder, head, shoulder. This is a neckline. This has to be broken, and I can't see the neckline being broken for Indus Towers. So it's not. I mean, it ideally will not show a big breakthrough because of the neckline not being broken. Okay, might just stay there itself. May go sideways in that case. Super learner, thank you for the super chat. No questions asked though. Okay, one more super chat from super learner. He says, "Hi ma'am, please share your views on DCM Shriram and Zentech for long term." DCM Shriram is a good one. Let me just check the technicals of this stock as well. Looking strong. The only thing is that RSI is almost at 80 right now. It has seen a fantastic rally from almost, wow, from almost 277 levels. So almost doubled in last 1 year is what I can see. Uh, right now, as I mentioned, RSI is pretty high. Daily, even on the monthly one, it's pretty high. So be a bit careful. Even there was a big, I'm not sure if you have taken my technical analysis course or not, but in that I've explained something known as a Bollinger Band squeeze and breakout. There was a breakout, but it turned out to be a false breakout. The next candle was a big red candle, and it has not been able to sustain above that breakout level. So DCM Shriram uh, might fail you in expectations. So right now, a bit tricky to enter that stock, right? And let me check out for Zentech as well. um, For Zentech Technologies, again, a pretty flattish one. It's around the pivot level of almost 225. No strong conviction as such to buy stock. It doesn't fit into my buy parameter right now. So again, would have waited for some more time. Uh, Amit says views on Railtail, HDFC AMC, Hero Motocorp. Hero Moto right now has seen a big jump in the price because of the EV news. Which one was that? Ather, if I'm not mistaken, that is the EV bike company in which Hero MotoCorp has a good stake, and there were some news about that in the recent past, and that is why Hero MotoCorp saw a good rally. Uh, HDFC AMC also not bad, but not doing great. So and Railtail. So I think one point is common, Amit, in all these three stocks. Fundamentally, not that bad, but to be really honest, not performing well in the last few months. So, if you have that much patience, I know fundamentally these are good stocks. Someday or the other, they might come up. Someday or the other, I might see some strong levels coming up for this stock. If you have that much patience, then you can stick to these stocks. But that's what I'm saying, that you have to have a solid patience for all these three stocks, right? Uh, Dip says, "Hi, ma'am, your views on Ashok Leyland." Okay. Uh, I remember buying this stock a long, long, long time ago. I guess somewhere when it was around 40-ish levels. Uh, Today it has seen, I mean, yesterday also there was a big hammer kind of a thing where the bears didn't, I mean, the bulls didn't allow the stock to stay below 130 for a long time. Uh, But all in all, I feel that right now it is still in a pretty strong zone, not in a buy zone. It's more of in a hold category right now rather than a fresh buy. Because if you see, the RSI level is again almost 64. There is still, I believe, there can be some upside left for the stock, is what I truly believe. MACD is also not showing utter weakness. It's slowing down a little bit, but not showing utter weakness. Volumes were good even today. So I believe that yes, there could be some steam left in Ashok Leyland stock. Can go up further is what I really believe right now. Last two questions for the day. One is Aditya says your views on TTML. I remember when the news came up for TTML that they are also going to, I thought so, continuous lower circuits. That was ought to happen when, uh, you know, when the news came up that they are going to convert their AGR dues into equity. That was absolutely ought to happen. And anyways, yes, if you have invested in that stock, even somewhere around the month of September or October, the price is around 40. Even if it goes down by another, even if it halves from here, still people will be sitting in profit in that stock. But yeah, that's it about TTML. I don't, I mean, it was never a fundamentally strong stock, never ever. But people just took it from nowhere to a huge level. Now it's back to back lower circuits, and that's the reason why I tell that don't invest in stocks which go into back and back upper circuits, because if you get stuck up in such a stock, it's very difficult to get out of such stocks, right? All right. Saurav, thank you for the super chat. No questions asked. Varun asks your views on BCG, Trident, and Moship. Please stop super chats, people. Please, I have to stop now. BCG average, Trident again average, Moship. I've never even checked this stock. Again, so many better stocks in the space. Views on Reddington India. Okay. Reddington right now, I do see a good support for this stock at 165. Today it is at 163. But yes, this stock is stable at this one. A little bit weakness in the stock. If you see, RSI is just trickling down below 60. MACD slight signs of weakness, but I don't see a huge weakness in the stock right now. If you have checked out the fundamentals of the stock, you can stay in the stock for some more time as well. Lal Path Lab now below 200 DMA buying levels. Lal Path Labs. This is the second last question. No super chats further. The final support for Lal Path Lab S3 is at 3,100. This stock again has corrected like anything. 3,100 can be a good one because इससे नीचे जाना थोड़ा मुश्किल लग रहा है, to be really honest. That can be really seen. So barely 100 points downside from here is what I believe for Dr. Lal Path Lab. Even if it is below 200 days moving average level, I believe that as per the charts, it does have a strong support at the level of 3,100, right? Final question to be taken of Rudravir Rena. Hi ma'am, what are your views on HAL, PB Fintech and NMDC? HAL, not bad at all. PB Fintech, nope. And NMDC, I have discussed this stock again absolutely in detail for my Pro Investor members, and bullish on this stock as well, right? So HAL, PB Fintech, NMDC, if you ask me, top two out of these three, NMDC ranks first, followed by HAL, and then PB Fintech, right? मयांकने तरी सुद्धा सुपर चॅट पाठवलेलंच आहे. Views on IGL and Naukri, both have corrected, I know. I've already talked about IGL. These are stocks which don't rally a lot. ठंडा ठंडा आराम से जाते हैं. So if you have a long term view, you may. Naukri, not that bullish, but yes, IGL is a good one though. Well, with that, here we come to another end of Thursday live stream. Wow, 4,000 people still in the live stream. Very happy. People, are you enjoying this new pattern of our Thursday live streams, wherein I am talking more about Nifty levels? I'm talking about option chain. I'm talking about today even I discussed about the US bond yields. I have been introducing FII, DII movement, and plus few stocks news here and there. I hope you all are liking this entire space. Thanks a lot. By the way, this Saturday, a very, very nice video is coming up on the channel. Shall I disclose the next 3 videos? I can do that as well. This Saturday, we are coming up with a video on mistakes that people do in their 30s. It is a very nicely short video. We have done a lot of role plays in that, and I believe it's going to be a very fun video to watch. So this Saturday, it's about mistakes to watch in to avoid in 30s. On 26th of January, again a very interesting video coming up, wherein I've tried to analyze as to who gives power to the government to charge taxes. So you can imagine something like this, that Captain Russell comes and says that kal se tumko 3 guna lagan dena padega. Will we have to really give that 3 guna lagan, 3 times taxes? Will we have to pay that? So if we can't, if we don't want to obey to Captain Russell, if we have to say that Captain Russell, no one gives you the power to charge 3 guna lagan, but then who gives the power to our government to charge taxes, right? So all that coming up on the 26th Jan video. And the final video for the month of January is for Metaverse. Again, thoroughly enjoyed shooting that today. So all 3 videos back to back, which are going to come up on the channel, are going to be power packed with a lot of knowledge, with a lot of entertainment as usual. And hopefully you all will love these videos. Don't forget to share it with your friends. And all those Pro Investor members, don't forget to check out our community tab post, wherein I'm going to quickly share the news for HIL. And Lalit is saying, poor Meg, please don't make him wait. Yes, sure. I'm going to end the stream. And then Meg is with me only. Don't worry. Okay. So with that, everyone, take care. Jai Hind and bye-bye. Thanks a lot for participating with such enthusiasm in our live stream. Enjoyed the stream today, right? See you. Bye-bye.